Hi, welcome to Paige Family Homestead. I'm Andy. She's not.
I'm Peggy.
She is.
Well,
Cheers.
we had some videos lined up. Got a story about that.
Yes.
Andy had his second immunotherapy treatment.
Yeah.
The first one resulted in an emergency visit and a 4-day, 3-night stay in hospital.
Yeah.
Congestive heart failure is attacked his lungs.
Yeah.
So they sent him home with oxygen.
Yeah, we got on oxygen.
And he was only on number 2 for resting and number 4 if active.
Well, I got up in the morning and let the dogs out, and I took the little one.
No, first you had your second immuno treatment.
Yes. Okay.
And they wouldn't let me in. That's okay. I'm in the car.
Yeah.
And I get a text that from him saying he thinks he had a heart attack.
Well, I tell you, it's not funny. What's you laugh for?
Stress relief. It's
Feel better?
a defense mechanism.
Anyway,
What else?
I was sitting there and I started getting a cough, and the one nurse looked at me and she goes, "Is that new?" I said, "No, I just got a cough." And then next thing I knew, it got worse and worse. I felt like my lungs were squishing and going like this, real tight, and then I felt it all the way through to my back. And I went, "No, something's wrong." And then next thing I knew, they're screaming, "Doctor, doctor, doctor!" And the doctor came, and he gave me a shot of what?
That makes you feel good, eh?
Yeah.
That they're screaming
It
for the
happened
doctor
quick.
like that.
And then he gave me a shot of Demerol, which stopped it. And they slowed down. She turned off the drip at first. I said, "Stop the drip, stop it." And she did. And then the doctor came over, asked me how it was, and it all started going away, the pain. And it was a real bad pain. And the doctor came over, he gave me the injection, and he asked me how it was doing. Then the pain stopped. He said, "Okay, what they're going to have to do is going to start it back up again, but let it go slow." They did leave my side, and when they did that, when they let it go, I think they were rushing to get me out because it's Friday.
I'm making a phone call on Monday, and I'm going to suggest to them, I'm going to put it this way, I'm going to suggest that they don't use you as a Friday last patient appointment, because you always seem to have an issue in relation to the treatment that night or the next day, and then we're dealing with weekend hospital instead of during the week when all the big wigs are there and all the specialists are there to do their things, and he just gets like, "Here, stay here for the weekend, and we'll send you somebody on Monday." No, let's change it up, because I think they have a legal margin they can go by with low drip to high, and he needs tender hands. He needs to go slow.
Oh, if they rushed it, it's what did it, because
yeah.
I never felt like that before. The first time I had it, I was fine.
And then he did what he did.
Yes.
Comes home. He seems to be okay. I drove home because of the Demerol.
And then I get up in the morning, I let the dogs out, which I take the small pack because it's easy to maneuver through the house and outside.
What a treat.
It's just
It was
it's
such a
like
treat
a purse you hang on your.
that he was able to do
I
that.
let the dogs go out, and then when I come back in, I took the small pack off, plugged it back in because it charges itself, right? There's no tank. So my big one over here, I put it on, and I've been sitting there for 3 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours. Then I looked, I didn't have it turned on.
You didn't have the machine on.
So I was down to 70.
You were down to 60.
60.
His oxygen numbers dropped to 60.
Your oxygen number should be 66, 90, 95 to 97, anywhere around that area.
So I called I threw him on to number 4, turned the machine on, and we slowly, it took 2 hours to get you back to where you needed to be.
Yeah.
We called oncology. They worked with us. They kept an eye.
Yeah.
They gave a time limit. After 2 hours, when I got you close to where I wanted you, then they said no. If it doesn't go to 85 and up within the next hour, then you need to bring him in.
Yeah.
So he jumped to 90, 91, fear of going in, right?
Well,
but
it's just,
I know.
it was
But
a
it took,
fear of
that
it,
was,
I mean,
I'm
used to it.
teasing. That was 2 plus another hour. That's 3 hours it took. That's wear and tear on his heart.
I go down there so much they have my own room.
They do. Private bathroom. Everything. But so far,
Private bathroom.
he hasn't had to go into hospital.
No.
But I do think we're gonna make some calls. I'm looking at his feet. He has 2 Lasix that he takes now a day. I think he needs a steroid or something to help the water away from his lung. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
As I could tell you, that you could feel it tight. Everything just tightened in my chest, all the way around the lungs. And they say that's the water.
yeah,
I guess
some
that's what it
people
was.
can take immunotherapy and some people can't. And why is
Remember,
the
I'm
screen going
sensitive.
so dark? Look, everything's so dark.
I'm sensitive.
Maybe
Remember.
it's my eyes.
Sure is.
But this all is in relation to how things have been going around here as well. Everything's fine. It's just I have been for the last 9, 10, 11 months 100% on alert nonstop, 24 hours a day. And when we heard that the cancer is in remission, of course we celebrated, and we still are. And
Yeah.
I'm still thankful. Don't get me wrong. But I'm burnt out. I am mentally and physically
Yeah, she is.
burnt out.
She went and talked to the doctor.
Oh, did I ever?
Yeah.
I'm learning to, he said, take an hour a day for yourself. I don't have an hour a day for myself. What woman on earth has an hour a day for herself? Realist. Let's be real. So I bargained down to 2 hours a week where I will just go off on my own, whether it be for a walk or just something, right? I'm still actively job searching. That will help.
Yeah.
It'll just be scary on his treatment days because he can't go by himself. There's just
This
no way.
actually, this with this doctor, he could come up and say, no, I can't do them anymore.
We don't know. We
I
still
don't
have
know,
that
but
to contend
that could-
with
yeah.
too. We'll be dealing with that. He did have another scope since we last spoke, and
Yeah.
it came out clean.
Nice and clean.
And
yeah.
this doctor just loves Andy. He
Yeah.
checked and he double checked and he did
He
his
made the
Star
sounds.
Wars sounds while he's in there looking around. And
I should have said these aren't the droids they're looking for.
he
Or the
found
noise.
he found none. So
No.
that was cool. But it just seems that Andy's having a bit of an issue with the immunotherapy. Because of my stress level right now, like we got out of the fear part, and now it's back, and it's back tenfold because it's like I can predict what's going to happen. I don't know.
Predicted.
I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to take care of me.
Yeah.
And
you have to.
yeah, I'm going to do videos hit and miss, guys, because it's got to be a happy thing, and
Yeah.
it's got to be a relaxed thing and come from my heart. All my videos come
Yeah.
from my heart. So I have to wait until it comes from my heart again. We're going to still put them out, but I'm not going to even promise one a week. I'm going to get back to a normal us.
Yeah. Living.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We know
and
it's a
gifts.
new way of life for us now because of this.
it's-
I mean,
we'll move with the groove. I mean, our lives have changed so many times in so many different directions.
Yeah.
And it's exciting, and we make a challenge of it, and it's fun.
and you just never know. Like my favorite show that I watched on YouTube, The Outsiders. I watched him and his dad build a cabin, a log cabin, all the way up through. And then he comes out yesterday or the day before, saying how his dad walked in the kitchen, dropped to his knees, and that was it. He was gone.
Priorities
Wow.
change when you're facing an illness that can take your
Wow,
life
really
too.
blew me
Priorities change.
Yeah, no kidding.
Values change. You really get to know who your people are and who you hoped your people could be and when weren't. But you do get to know who your people are.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. It's part of it. It's just too hard for me to promise a video
Yeah.
right now. We'll just keep up the impromptu. We'll throw them up when we feel like it, you know?
Yeah.
I do have some nice ideas for some treats and a couple canning videos. But like I said, I've never ever pushed one out that wasn't in my heart. And I want to wait until I can feel that again. It's coming, but I just got to get out of this stress life for a little bit.
Yeah.
And part of that is worrying about this man. Because I love him. If I didn't, it would be just like, oh, well, we're going on an adventure.
Pause it.
See,
okay.
Had to pause for a little nosebleed. Just left, a nosebleed.
Oh, yeah.
There's more doctor's visits unscheduled than we have scheduled.
Oh my God! Yeah.
It feels like we're going more and more than we were during active treatment for the cancer.
I got to give the doctors credit. I mean, yeah, we got a lot, but I mean, they are watching me closely.
They really are.
And I go to one doctor and another one wants to see me. Another one wants to see me.
Yeah.
Which is good.
But we're starting to have to pick and choose which ones we're going to go to and which ones we're going to see if they could be a phone visit instead.
Yeah.
The new car is so much cheaper on gas.
Oh, my God.
I just wish we had it to begin with. This past 2 weeks, we would never have been able to afford to go to the appointments that we went to with the old vehicle.
No.
But what are we driving? Ford Escape. Is it ever good on gas compared to the, what was it, an Escapade or?
Oh, don't say that, 'cause no, I can't think of the name.
Explorer, no.
No. Expedition.
Expedition. That thing drank gas like we suck air. It was horrible.
It really likes its vitamin C.
We want everyone to know we love you. We think about our subscribers, and I don't want to feel guilt about not putting a video. Oh my gosh, your prayers still needed.
They help, man.
Because this man just. I want him to keep up with the treatments, but not at the expense of his heart or lungs.
No.
So we do need to reevaluate and talk with the oncologist.
Yeah.
That starts on Monday.
That'll probably come.
So just wanted to give everybody a heads up. We have a lot of faithful followers. We have a lot of people who are keeping Andy in their prayers. And I'm eternally thankful for that. There's such power in that prayer.
Oh, heck yeah. Yep.
Even though his cancer is in remission, now our prayers are to keep him there, and these treatments will help do that for sure. So, but it doesn't look like you're having much fun with them, eh? Like they're really doing.
Special. Sensitive guy. Sensitive. That's what it was. Yeah.
You've been through so much. You are far from sensitive. My word. So here's us signing out until the next time, and there will be a next time. It's just gonna be
garden season's coming. Everybody getting ready for the garden.
Might be going outside. It's so hot right now. I won't go outside to play because then I know he's coming and his machine overheats. His oxygen.
I got a long cord like a dog in the backyard. I'm
waiting for dusk, and we got to be careful. He does, not me. The black flies are attracted to the oxygen.
The oxygen. Oh, there's a guy there with
swarming around him, and I'm like, la 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 la. Anyway, guys, just a quick update. La 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 la. Peace out.
The guy under the net's Andy.
Bye.
It's Borer, the Viking, with oxygen.